I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
The 2026 MotoGP test, held at the Mugello circuit in Italy, was in the spotlight today after TOPRAK Razgatlioglu once again demonstrated the technical prowess that sets him apart from other riders. Riding a Yamaha M1 with a V4 engine, the Turkish rider displayed a very distinctive riding style, particularly in late braking. From the very beginning of the session, TOPRAK appeared to immediately adapt to the characteristics of the Yamaha V4, which is still in the development stage. Yamaha's main focus in this test was braking stability and front-end control, two areas that have been known to be TOPRAK's main strengths since his superbike career. The highlight of the test occurred in the first sector of Mugello, specifically at the San Donato corner. TOPRAK was recorded braking later than other reference riders competing in the same session. Despite this, the bike remained stable, without any signs of excessive understeer or loss of traction on corner entry. This braking style caught the attention of Andrea Dovizioso, Yamaha's test rider, who was directly monitoring the test. Dovizioso was reportedly quite impressed with TOPRAK's ability to control the bike under extreme braking, especially considering that the Yamaha M1 V4 was still relatively new and sensitive to rider input. Based on initial data collected by the Yamaha technical team, TOPRAK was able to maintain consistent braking points while maintaining higher corner entry speeds. This provided important input for Yamaha in developing the bike's chassis and weight distribution to meet the 2026 MotoGP regulations. Although not yet chasing maximum lap times, TOPRAK's performance was considered very positive. Yamaha placed more emphasis on technical evaluation and understanding the bike's characteristics than on achieving the fastest lap time. This test at Mugello reinforced the impression that TOPRAK Razgatlioglu brings a different approach to MotoGP, with a riding style that has the potential to add value to Yamaha in the V4 engine era. If this development continues, the collaboration between TOPRAK and Yamaha has the potential to become one of the most exciting projects ahead of the 2026 MotoGP season. Here's the complete news. The official 2026 MotoGP test, held at the Mugello circuit in Italy, marked a crucial moment for Yamaha as they continue their major project, the development of the Yamaha M1 with a V4 engine. Amidst this technical focus, one name once again captured the attention of the Paddock: TOPRAK Razgatlioglu. The Turkish rider once again demonstrated his distinctive riding style, particularly in late braking, a skill that has long been his hallmark and is now beginning to be seen effectively at the MotoGP level. From the morning session, TOPRAK was immediately involved in a fairly intensive test program. Yamaha focused testing on several key areas, including the bike's stability under hard braking, front-end response, and balance during the transition from braking to cornering. These three areas are crucial, especially at Mugello, which features a combination of long straights and fast corners with extreme braking zones. In the first sector of the circuit, particularly at the San Donato corner, TOPRAK was consistently seen braking later than the other riders participating in the test. Despite entering the corner at higher speeds, the bike remained under control. There was no excessive movement on the front end, while the rear wheel remained stable despite a slight loss of contact with the asphalt, a situation that was still well controlled. This performance drew particular attention from Andrea Dovizioso, Yamaha's senior test rider, who was monitoring the test directly from the pit wall. Dovizioso, known for his keen sense of the bike's characteristics, was reportedly quite impressed with TOPRAK's ability to read the braking limits of the Yamaha M1 V4, which was still in its early stages of development. From a technical perspective, initial telemetry data showed that TOPRAK was able to maintain high brake pressure for longer durations, while maintaining a stable lean angle when entering corners. This provided Yamaha engineers with important data, particularly regarding chassis settings, weight distribution, and the braking characteristics of their latest V4 engine. Yamaha itself did not aim for the fastest time in this test. The primary focus was understanding the bike's fundamental characteristics and how riders could explore its maximum potential safely and consistently. In this context, TOPRAK's contribution was considered significant because his riding style was able to clearly highlight the bike's strengths and weaknesses. Interestingly, several other riders participating in the test session were seen trying to adjust their braking style in the same section. However, this approach is not easy to replicate. This further confirms that TOPRAK's late braking ability is not just a matter of courage, but a combination of technique, experience, and a high sensitivity to front tire grip. This Mugello test is also part of Yamaha's long-term preparations for the new era of MotoGP in 2026, where changes to the technical regulations demand rapid adaptation from both manufacturers and riders. TOPRAK's presence in this project gives Yamaha a different perspective, particularly in developing a bike that is strong during braking and corner transitions. Although the road to a competitive MotoGP debut in 2026 is still long, the positive signals from the Mugello test provide Yamaha with optimism. The collaboration between Yamaha and TOPRAK Razgatlioglu is now seen as one of the most exciting projects in the transition phase to the new regulations. If developments go according to plan, it's possible that the extreme late braking style, so synonymous with superbikes, will become Yamaha's new weapon in MotoGP, and TOPRAK will be at the center of that change. TOPRAK Razgatlioglu. The rider known as the king of late braking in World Superbike was back on the V4-powered Yamaha M1, a bike touted as Yamaha's most ambitious project in modern MotoGP history. And what happened at Mugello that day truly left many speechless. From the start of the morning session, a different aura was felt in the Yamaha garage. Activity was more intense, engineers coming in and out carrying laptops and telemetry data, while several Yamaha executives were present in person. This wasn't just another test. This was a test of truth, whether the M1 V4 was truly ready, and whether TOPRAK was the right person for this project. As soon as the pit lane light turned green, TOPRAK took to the track. No celebrations, no exaggerated gestures. But within just a few laps, the Yamaha V4 engine's sound was already different, more solid, more aggressive, and much more modern MotoGP. In the first sector of Mugello, TOPRAK immediately made his intentions clear. The entry speed into the San Donato corner was very high, even faster than Yamaha's previous standards. Surprisingly, the bike appeared very stable under hard braking, with almost no signs of excessive sway. The Yamaha technicians began to glance at each other's monitors. The numbers displayed weren't experimental. They were competitive. Into the second sector, TOPRAK maximized quick changes of direction. In the Casanova Savelli area, the M1 V4 looked more agile than the inline-4 version, which was known for its smoothness but lack of aggression. TOPRAK seemed to be attacking the corner, rather than simply flowing along, as Yamaha had always done. But the real surprise came in the third sector, a fast section of Mugello that demands courage, precision, and complete trust in the bike. This is where TOPRAK truly shocked the paddock. Acceleration out of fast corners increased dramatically. Top speed on the Mugello straights reportedly jumped significantly, approaching Ducati levels. This has been Yamaha's weakness for years. And TOPRAK did it all without appearing to push himself to any extremes. Inside sources say that TOPRAK's time reached the level of a top MotoGP rider, even though he didn't even run a time attack simulation. There were no special new tires, no extreme qualifying settings. It was purely a development test, and the results stunned many. One of the most interesting reactions came from Jack Miller. The Australian rider was at Mugello, and had a chance to see the sector data circulating in the paddock firsthand. According to insiders, Miller appeared silent for a long time before finally shaking his head. He reportedly said briefly to those around him, "If this is still a test, that's crazy." Miller's reaction spread quickly, not because of the sensation, but because Miller is a rider who knows exactly what it's like to control a MotoGP bike at Mugello. If he's surprised, it means something truly serious is going on. What makes Yamaha even more optimistic isn't just single-lap speed. TOPRAK's consistency over long runs is crucial. During several long runs, his rhythm was stable, there were no drastic drops, and most importantly, TOPRAK provided very precise technical feedback. He was said to be able to explain the differences in engine braking at each corner phase, the power character in mid-corner, and
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me. Turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body